Okay, we're going to try this for the third time. Hopefully third time is a charm. First time the link got messed up. Second time when I was tinkering around with it, I put it as unlisted so nobody could see it. So now hopefully we are back in business where we should be. But that remains to be seen, I guess. We will see about getting all these things in place. Kenyon, thank you. Somebody's finally here. All right, I did it right this time. I didn't mess it up, so at least somebody could get here. So, hello, Kenyon. Good to see you. This is the NBC Game of the Week, 1973. It was played June 16th at Parc Jerry in Montreal. I do not have a picture of Parc Jerry, so I had to substitute and use the payoff pitch board for my backdrop. Hey, Brian, how are you? Brian B., good to see you. All right. Tabby is here on the perch next to me. Hopefully she will behave. That also remains to be seen. So let's lower this so we can see the line score a little bit better. I think that'll help a little bit better. I'm trying to get as close to the cards as I can, but still show the peripherals, but at least I know, Alex, I do not know any French, so other than oui, monsieur, I guess that's about the extent of what I can get. So this will be an all English broadcast. For those that are curious, in the standings, the Strat-O-Matic computer is simming everything on this. So I printed off the National League standings only. I'll do the American League next week when we do an American League game. But in the National League, Pittsburgh currently leads St. Louis by 3, the Mets by 4, Chicago by 6, and Montreal by 8.5. The Dodgers are trailing the Giants by 5, so it's a very important game for the Dodgers, not so much for Montreal because they're probably out of it, but the Dodgers certainly need to gain some ground on the San Francisco Giants, so that's what they're attempting to do today. All right, we need the ballpark effects, so there we have our super advanced weather effects, and we're going to roll for Montreal. This is a day game in June, so we go over here to our June, July, and August Montreal day game. In this little section right here, 1 to 10 is good, 11 to 17 is average, and 18 to 20 is bad. Hey Tim, how are you doing? Good to see you. And the weather for this game is a 7, which means we got good weather here in Montreal. So the singles are 1 to 12, both sides. Home runs is where it's really going to show. Lefties 1 to 19 and righties 1 to 10. So let me write that in real quick. Home runs for lefties are 19, so almost a given. Right-handers are 10, and for singles, they are both at a 12, both lefties and righties. So those are the ballpark effects. We got good weather here at Parc Jerry, and that's what we will go with. We got our closest I can get to Montreal colored dice. Starting pitchers for today's game: Bill Stoneman for the Expos. He was 4-8 with a 6.83 ERA in 17 starts. Don't know if I can hold it up here where you can see it a little bit better for Bill Stoneman, but there he is. 4-8, 6.83 in a 17 start season. So you would think the Dodgers would have an advantage because Claude Osteen is, let me get him up here closer here. Claude Osteen, if I can get it focused properly, come on. Claude Osteen, come on, show up now. Give me something here. There we go. Oh, I just had it. Come on, come back. Come back to me. There he is. Well, it keeps popping out. Trust me, it's 16-11, 33 starts. I'm not going to sit there and play with it all day. All right, so that's what we're talking about. Hello, Chuck. How you doing? All right, so like I said, home runs are going to might be jumping out of Parc Jerry today based on everything. Like I said, Tabby's on her perch. She's doing her little grooming and everything. Hopefully she will stay that way and stay down that way. We'll put the pitchers here and the batters here, and the base runners, of course, will be on their respective bases. So hopefully that will work out okay. Hope so. We will find out. All right, it looks like that's the best I can do as far as getting it in there. I don't want to get any closer or I'll start losing things. So this is as close as I'm going to be able to get it, I assume. So we will go with what we have. Pitcher, catcher interaction to prevent stolen bases. Claude Osteen is a -1, and the catcher Joe Ferguson is a -1. So Montreal have a -2 effect on their steals. However, Stoneman is a +7, so even the -1 from Bacabella is not going to help. It's going to be a +5 for all Dodger base stealers. So guys like Davey Lopes will be very happy about that, and they will be running early and often, I do imagine. Hello, Larry. How you doing? Hello, DJ from the left coast. All right. Does Tabby act different now? Are you talking about because Gracie's no longer here? She's at times she gets a little out of sorts, but I think we're all, you know, it's our new normal now. So we're kind of trying to get it. You're never going to get fully adjusted to it, but we're trying to get adjusted to it as best we can. All right, Bill Stoneman to Davey Lopes. NBC game of the week is underway. 5-6. Stoneman against a righty. That's a fly ball to right field. And there is one away as it's hauled in out there by Ken Singleton. And Davey Lopes is retired. All right. Bill Buckner, the famous Bill Buckner, is up next, first baseman. Garvey is on the bench. He's just not starting this game. Stoneman 5-7 against a lefty. That's bad news. 1-16 is a double. That's a 15. It will be a double for Bill Buckner. So he hobbles to second base with a 1-out double. And actually in 74, Buckner ran pretty well. He stole 12 bases, only caught twice, and he runs at a 14. So I guess it's not too much of a hobbling. He will have to be held on because of that. And Willie Davis, the center fielder, will do up. Hello, Doug. In case I missed you earlier. Strategy roll or havoc roll, whatever you call it. Nothing's happening. Stoneman to Davis. That's a 6-6 against a lefty, and that's a single 2 stars, and that will bring home the first run as Bill Buckner will cross the plate, and the Dodgers lead it 1-0, and we might have to worry about Davis trying to steal because of that +5 effect. So Buckner scores. It's 1-0 Dodgers with 1 out here in the top of the first. Davis, to get a jump, needs a 2 through 5. And he gets it with a 4, so he will be looking to run. 17 held makes him a 15, but the +5 is a 20. So basically anything other than a 20, and he will be safe. And he is. So Willie Davis takes advantage of the poor pitcher-catcher hold combination and steals second base, gets himself in a scoring position, takes away the double play possibility. And Joe Ferguson is your batter. Davis is being held at second base. Stoneman 6-7. That is a strikeout against a right-hander for out number 2. There's a dot there, but of course in the first inning he is not tired. So there's 2 down and still has to get past it. Could be dangerous Willie Crawford, a lefty. Ron say the Penguin on deck. Stoneman 5-6, and that is a walk to Willie Crawford. So Crawford will be issued a free pass, and now there's 2 Dodgers on with 2 outs. And the Penguin, Ron Say, the batter. Nothing on the havoc roll. Davis at second, definitely being held. He runs at a 17. 3-11 for Say against a right-hander is a ground ball to first, and since there's already 2 outs, first baseman Breeden will just take it to the bag himself to end the inning. But the Dodgers pick up a run. They do it on 2 hits, no errors, and they left 2 on base. We go to the bottom of the first here at Park Jerry. It is the Dodgers 1 and the Expos coming to bat. And Claude Osteen, the lefty, on the mound for the Dodgers. And Mr. Hit by Pitch himself, until Don Baylor came along, Ron Hunt, used to lead the league in hit by pitches all the time. Here is Hunt against Osteen. 2-9 against a left-hander. And what do you know? Right on cue, it's a hit by pitch on the very first play. Right as we talk about it, there it is. Ron Hunt, hit by pitch. He's not going to go anywhere. He stole 10 bases, got caught 7 times. He will be held, but he won't go anywhere. They don't want to give him free reign, but they're going to. The Expos aren't going to try to run themselves out of an inning very early on with that -2 factor from the pitcher-catcher interface. So infield at double play depth for Ron Woods, center fielder. And some of these Expos I don't know that much about, so Ron Woods is one of them. Osteen, 1-11 to a left-hander, is going to pop it up to the second baseman Lopes, and that's an easy play, infield fly rule. 1 down. And that will take us to Clyde Mayshore, another guy I don't know anything about. He is in left field today for this game. But they're loading their lineup with righties against the lefty Osteen. That's the whole purpose there. Hello, Dwayne. How you doing? Osteen 4-9. This time on his card against a right-hander. That's a single to center field. So that will move the runner to second base. Hunt only runs at an 11. Center fielder arm in center field is a -1 Davis. So they're gonna hold him at second base. They're not gonna take any chances on that. Runners are at first and second with 1 out, and the cleanup man Hal Breeden at the plate. For a long time, for several years, LeGrand Orange, Rusty Staub was their cleanup guy or number 3 hitter, but he's gone to the Mets, so they got to do something else. Hello, Mr. Robert. How are you doing? Havoc roll, nothing happening. So Hal Breeden against Claude Osteen. 1-8 against a lefty, and that is a straight up home run against a left-hander. A 1-8. Hal Breeden goes deep. It is long and it is gone. He hit 15 on the season. He hits a 3-run shot, and just like that, the Expos take the lead. Home run, Hal Breeden. Clean as can be, right on this card. No other checks needed. It was clean, and the Expos lead at 3-1 now. And Bob Bailey, the third baseman, steps up for the Expos. Osteen 6-10. That's a ground ball to short, and Bill Russell will take care of it. 2 away, and that'll bring up Ken Singleton, future Oriole. 4-5, switch hitter batting right-handed. 4-5 is a fly to right field, and Crawford hauls it in to end the inning, but damage done. 3 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left. At the end of 1, it's the Expos 3 and the Dodgers 1, and the ballpark had nothing to do with that, even though the ballpark conditions are favorable. That one was a clean one without the ballpark. So Bill Stoneman, who needs all the run support he can get with his +6 ERA, he's going to need something. So Von Joshua is your batter. RJL, what is the series? Is it 3-1 or what's the? I haven't really been keeping. I know the Panthers won the first game, and after that, I haven't really bothered too much. Are they up 3-1, or is it 3-0, or are they in Edmonton, or are they in Florida, or where are they? I plead ignorance to NHL. They're up 3-0 because they got to be in Edmonton then for Game 4. Okay, well, that's a good thing if they can win it on the opponent's home ice and kind of put it to their fans. So, all right. So here's Bill Stoneman. Speaking of Canada, here we go. Bill Stoneman against Joshua. 4-9, left-handed is a walk. So not a good way to start if you are Stoneman. You don't want to start walking guys. Joshua is aboard, and he's going to definitely be looking to run, or at least get the lead. To get the lead, he needs a 2-5 or a 12. He does not get the lead. He could still try it with a 13, but it'd be a -4 for being held, makes him a 9, but the +5 would make a 14. Boy, but you're down 3-1, so I think you're gonna let the other hitters have their chances. So he will hold fast. He will be held on, but he's not going to go anywhere. And here's Bill Russell. Stoneman to Russell, 2-3, and that's a ground ball third base speed, so it's a fielder's choice, 5-4. Joshua is out. Russell, the new base runner, and he can try to get a jump. He's a 2-5 or a 12. And he gets the jump, so Bill Russell will be looking to steal. He's a 16. Being held makes him a 14, but then the +5 is a 19. So 1-19, he's in there. And he is, and it's a possible throwing error on the catcher Bacabella. His T rating is 15. It is a 15, so Bacabella probably should have ate that ball. But he tried for Russell, and it did not pay off. He airmails that into center field. So it's stolen base plus an E2. And with 1 out, you have the pitcher up, Claude Osteen. He's an A bunter. Do you dare try for a suicide squeeze of some kind? I don't know. I don't like those odds. So the Expo infield is going to play in. They're going to play in, try to choke off a cheap run. Osteen uses pitcher hitting card number 2. And I'm assuming he's a left-handed batter. The pitcher's left-handed, so I'm assuming he bats left-handed. Doesn't matter, it's on his own card. 3-10. Ground ball shortstop A, and with the infield in, I do believe the A means runners hold, but we'll verify it on the book. So ground ball A, runner at third. Ground ball A is a 1, and it means batter out, runners hold. So there you go. Batter out, runners hold. 2 down, or 1 down. I'm sorry, 2 down for Davey Lopes. The Dodgers, let's fix, I think I messed up the focus putting that chart over there, so let's fix this real quick. Hopefully that helps. All right, so 2 down for Davey Lopes, and Lopes flew to right his first chance. 2-3, and that is a split chance, and down here to split 1-12 is a single. That's a 5. It's a base hit. In advance, the inning would be over, but in super advance, you drop down here, and that's a base hit. So a 2-out single for Davey Lopes, and he's gonna be looking to run also, but it's an RBI single for Lopes, as Russell will score from third, and the lead is cut to 3-2. And of course, Lopes looking to get the jump. And if he gets the jump, if he gets the lead, Bacabella probably is going to eat this ball, because we're looking most likely at a 1-19. That's a 2. I didn't roll. Hold on. Let me redo that because I didn't roll for the other dice. My bad. 2 through 6 or a 12. It's an 11. He does not get the jump. So Lopes will hold fast, although he could still try to steal with his secondary lead as a 14. -4 this time for being held as a 10. And then the +5 would be a 15. So he, even without the good lead, he's going to try to go anyway. It's a 1-15 chance. And he's in there, stolen base, so you don't always have to have the good lead when you got that +5 pitcher-catcher interface helping you out. So Davey Lopes. Davey Lopes with the stolen base. Now he's in scoring position. A base hit by Buckner could tie the game. 19-0 happening. Stoneman, 6-7 against the lefty. 1-10 is a single. That is a 10 right on the dot, but it's only 1 star, so Lopes can only go to third, even with 2 outs. He can only make it to third base. And Buckner is not going to try to steal. He'll stay at first base with 2 outs. So 2 on, 2 outs, 1 in to make it a 3-2 game. And now Willie Davis has a chance to give the Dodgers the lead, or at least tie the game. Hello, Jeffrey. Hope you were doing well today. Caught some of your game this morning. Wasn't able to chime in on the chat, but I did catch a little bit of it. Might have to go back and watch the whole thing later. 2, that's a chance for a balk or a pass ball. We get a 6, so it's a pass ball chance on Bacabella. And his pass ball rating's a 3. So if we roll a 1, 2, or 3, it's a pass ball and the run scores. We do not. It's a 5. He blocks it. So driving on. Stoneman to Davis. 1-2, and that's a ground ball to short. That's going to end the inning. So Stoneman gets out of it without further damage. They do get a run. They do it on 2 hits and an error on the throwing error by the catcher. But the run's going to be earned anyway, because base hits that followed would have produced the run anyway. So, and there's 2 left. So the Dodgers have left 4 on in 2 innings. So if they lose this game, they can come back and look at the left on base as one of the culprits. So Claude Osteen gave up the 3-run homer to Breeden in the first, looking to rebound. And here's John Bacabella. Don't know much about him, I can tell you that much. Here's Osteen, 3-9 to a lefty. It's a ground ball to third. Play by Ron Say, and Bacabella is retired. Brings up Tim Foley. Shortstop. Hello, Ben, in case I missed you. I'm not sure if I said hello or not. 110 against a left-handed Osteen is a straight-out single for Tim Foley. So Tim Foley is aboard on a one-out single, and that will allow Stoneman to bunt. So the corners are going to be in for Stoneman, who uses pitcher hitting card number 1, but his bunt rating is a B. It turns to a C with the corners in, but he's still going to try it. Corners are in, and it's a bunt C. Bunt C. Roll all 3 D6s. The white die will tell us who fields it. The other 2 6s will tell us what happens. White die is a 4, which means it's fielded by the first baseman Buckner. And that's a 10. And on a C, C10, the chart shows on C10, it shows as a pop-up. Pop-up. So down here it says pop-up. Runners hold their bases. So it's not going to be doubled off, but he will pop it up to Buckner for out number 2. So he pops the bunt up to Buckner. So a failed sacrifice for Stoneman. Foley will stay at first base. And now 2 outs. And Ron Hunt, Mr. Hit by Pitch. I guess no relation to Doug Hunt, I'm assuming. All right, here's Osteen. 4-6 against a right-hander is a walk. So the inning will continue. As Hunt draws the walk, Foley will move to second. Hunt's at first. Neither one is being held on. And that will send up Ron Woods with 2 outs and 2 on. Osteen to Woods. 3-6 against the left-hander is a fly to left, and that's going to end the inning. So nothing doing for the Expos. They get a hit, and they leave 2 on. And at the end of 2, it is Montreal 3 and the Dodgers 2. And in case you missed it earlier, home runs, we had good weather today in Montreal, so home runs are 1-19 for lefties, 1-10 for righties, singles are 1-12 for both. So good hitting day here at Park Jerry. And Stoneman, that's not going to please him because he has a +6 ERA, but so far he's hanging in there. Here is Joe Ferguson. Stoneman 6-9 against a right-hander. That's trouble. That's an in-home run chance, 1-12. That's an 8. He's got normal power. It is gone. Joe Ferguson, not because of the ballpark, but because of Stoneman, he ties the game at 3 with a blast. 3-9 in-home run, and he passed it. That 8 falls into the 1-12, so it took care of business. And now here's Willie Crawford. Score tied at 3. Might need 10 runs to win this game. 4-4. Stoneman against a lefty is a catcher X. That is Bacabella. He's a 3-E6. 3-E6. 3 and a 14 for a catcher. Nobody's on base, so don't worry about a wild pitch or anything. 3 and a 14 is a pop out. And then that's a 13. He is an E6. There's a 14, but no 13. So it's a pop out to Bacabella. We're out number 1. Kind of struggled with it. Maybe lost it in the sun a bit, but managed to stay with it and get the out. Here's Ron Say, the Penguin. 4-9 against a right-hander for Stoneman. It's ground ball shortstop B, but with nobody on base, it really doesn't matter. It's just a ground ball to short. Foley makes the play, 2 down for Von Joshua. But the Dodgers did tie it thanks to a Ferguson homer. Stoneman 4-5 against a lefty is a walk. So a 2-out walk issued to Von Joshua. And he's going to be looking to run, as all the Dodgers will. To get a jump, he needs a 2, or get the lead, he needs a 2 through 5 or a 12. He does not get the lead. He can still try it. He'd be a 13. -4 is a 9, but then the +5 is a 14. So they love those 1-14 odds. They're going to go for it, whether he's got the lead or not. 1-14. And he's in there. So they're just abusing Bill Stoneman and Bacabella. Well, mainly Stoneman. Bacabella's got a -1 arm, but Stoneman's got the +7 hold, so it's really not much you can do about it. So a stolen base, and that brings up Bill Russell. What it could do is take the bat out of Russell's hand, because as the number 8 hitter, first base open, they could walk him and go to Osteen. or they can take their chances trying to get Russell out and make Osteen lead off the next inning, which is what they're going to try to do. They're going to gamble. That's a 2, chance for a balk or a pass ball. Still looking at a pass ball, so Bacabella, pass ball rating of 3. Nope, he's going to block it, so we try again. Stoneman, 5-7 against the right-hander. That's a 1-11 single. That's a 16 though, so it'll be a line out to third, and Bailey will snag it to end the inning. So the Dodgers get the home run from Ferguson to tie it, but don't do any more damage. They get a run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. So the Dodgers have put up a single spot every inning, and they have now tied the Expos 3-3. So that will send up Clyde Mayshore. And by pitching to Russell, that means they're going to have Osteen lead off the top of the 4th, which would be an advantage as opposed to Lopes leading off the top of the 4th. So here's Mayshore. He singled his first time. 2-7 against the lefty. He's going to strike out. Struck him out. First strikeout for Osteen. Stoneman has 1 strikeout, and now Osteen has a strikeout. And here's the guy with the 3-run homer, Hal Breeden. He found that 1-8, clean as a whistle. First time up. This time 3-3 is a ground ball to short, and Bill Russell will take care of it. 2 up and 2 down. Yes, RJL, you missed it earlier. After this inning is over, I will show them again. Just for the National League, because I'm going to do the American League next week when there's an American League game, but I've got the National League standings. I printed them out and I had them. I showed them when this video first started, but I'll do it again after this inning. And to Jeffrey Goodeman's suggestion, I will also show the score sheet after this 3rd inning. Osteen, 2-7 to Bailey, is a walk, so it's a 2-out walk to Bob Bailey. He's not really a threat to steal. They won't even hold him. He will just stay at first base for Ken Singleton. So 2-out walk. Brings up Singleton. Singleton, his first time, flew to center. Nothing happening there. Osteen, 3-12 to Singleton against a left-hander. Split chance, 1-4 is a single, but that's a 5, so it's a ground ball to second. And Lopes will throw to first to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We played 3 at Park Jerry. And the score is 3-3. And before we get going, I will show the standings. Grab those again. If I can remember where I put them. There they are. Okay, so this is what we have so far in the season in the National League anyway. Pittsburgh leads the NL East by 3 games over St. Louis, 4 games over the Mets, 6 games over the Cubs, and 8.5 over Montreal, 9.5 over Philly. San Francisco leads the Dodgers by 5 in the West, with Cincinnati and Houston 6.5 back. Atlanta and San Diego pretty much out of it. So that's where we're standing right now. And next week I'll do the American League when we show the California-Minnesota game, which is the game next week from Metropolitan Stadium. It'll be the Angels and the Twins. And the score sheet. You'll see my messy score sheet through 3 innings. There you go. It's a little bit messy, but probably because there's a lot of runs too. But there you go. There's the messy score sheet right there for you. And if you want to know what I write down here, just my notes for myself, I put down the number of hits and the number left on base so that I can easily tally them up at the end of the game. That's what these little notes are here. So in the first inning, the Dodgers had 2 hits and left 2 on. Same here. Last inning, 1 hit, 1 left on. I do the same thing for the Expos. And then if you go way down the bottom of the sheet, you see 12 is the ballpark single check. And home runs, 19 for lefties and 10 for righties. So penmanship is not my forte, but anyway, there's the information for those that wished to see it. All right, top of the 4th we go. And hitting off pitcher card number 2 is Claude Osteen. He will lead off the inning. Osteen hitting to a ground out to short, I should say, with the infield in his first time up. Stoneman 310, and he's going to hit the short again. This time nobody's on base, so it's just a ground ball to Foley. So he's hit 2 ground balls to short, 0 for 2. And we flip the order over to Davey Lopes. Lopes has flown to right, single, and stole second base, got stranded at third. 1-6 for Lopes is a walk, so he's going to be looking to run again. If he can get the jump, if he can get that lead, he will be looking to take off with that +5 factor. He needs a 2 through 6 or a 12, so it's looking pretty good for him. That's a 6. He will get the jump, or will get the lead, whatever you want to call it. He gets a good jump to go. So 17 -2 for being held to 15, but the +5 makes it a 20. And they're just going to hold the ball. They're not even going to throw it down, because last time they had a catcher throwing error, and Bacabella says, forget that. I'm not throwing it away again. We're just going to not have a throw, hold the ball, and prevent further damage. So Lopes is at second base with 1 out. He will be held. And now we're going to go to Billy Buck. And now Tabby has put her front paws on the table. I think we're going to have a kitty interruption. I have nothing to do with this. I did not touch her, didn't do anything. She just did this on her own. I am not prompting this. She just did this on her own. So I'm hoping she will get out of the way very, very shortly. Abby, you're going to mess up my focus too, I'm sure. Come on. Come on. No, you got to move. Come on. Move. On your perch. No, you're not going to sit on my lineups. No. You're not going to sit on my lineups. Come on. You got to move. She wants to sit down right where I have where I picked my lineups from. The cards that are waiting to bat from. She wants to sit right on top of it. So anyway, there you go. Feline delay. Hopefully that's the end of that. I don't remember what I did last. Did I do anything with Buckner or not? I don't remember. I think I rolled to make sure nothing was happening. So Stoneman to Buckner 4-7. That's a single 2 stars, and that'll produce a run. And so the stolen base by Lopes helps produce a run. So Buckner RBI single, and the Dodgers are in the lead. Buckner is 3 for 3. He's doubled and singled twice. Scored a run and now has a run batted in. So Buckner doing the job. He will be held. He won't try to go anywhere. He's not. He needs a 5 to get the jump. Otherwise, he's not going to get much of a chance. So secondary lead's only a 6, so they're not going to try anything. Here's Willie Davis. Nothing going on there. Stoneman 1-6 to Davis. That's trouble again. 1-9's a double. 10-20's a single. That's a 1. It's a double, but it's 2 stars. So Buckner has to stop at second base, and Stoneman might not last too much longer in this game. He's getting rocked. His fatigue inning is the 5th. We haven't gotten there yet, but we may not get there either if he keeps this up. Now he's got to deal with Joe Ferguson, who all he did was homer his last time up. So infield is in for the Expos to try to cut off the run. So let's see what they got. Stoneman to Ferguson. 1-9, and that is a strikeout. Huge strikeout. Second strikeout of the game for Stoneman. Both have been Ferguson. He struck out Ferguson twice, but Ferguson got him back with a home run. So now there's 2 outs. First base is open for the lefty Crawford. He could walk in and get to Say. Say's a 245 hitter. Crawford 295. But then you run the risk of Stoneman walking a run in, which is with his bad control. So I think you're kind of betwixt in between. So they're going to go ahead and pitch to Crawford. Hopefully carefully if you're an Expo fan. 2-6 against a right-hander is a walk. Well, they walked him anyway unintentionally. So it's an unintentional walk that loads the bases and brings up the Penguin Ron Say. Dodgers have already left 5 runners on in 3 innings. This will be 8 runners in 4 innings if Say makes an out here, which may come back to bite him. You never know. Stoneman, this might be his last batter if they can't get him out. 2-4 to Say is a single to left field, so the run continued for the Dodgers. That'll score Buckner. Willie Davis was not being held as a trail runner. He runs at a 17 with 2 outs, makes him a 19. The hit went to, I believe, was it left field? Yeah, it went to left field. Left fielder arm is Clyde Mayshore. He's a 0. But if you throw through, then the runners are going to advance, so they're going to concede that run and hold the other runners at second base. So it's a 2-run single as Buckner and Davis score. Crawford will stop at second base. 2-run single, 3 runs are in. It's now 6-3, and that just might be it for Mr. Stoneman. He is scheduled to bat third next inning. They'd like to get through this inning if at all possible. They may give him one more batter, I guess. They'll try to get behind Joshua. They really don't have a lot of bullpen arms. They don't want to go to him too early. But damage already done. It's 6-3 Los Angeles. 6-4 against a left-hander. It's a ground ball third base. That's Bob Bailey. Bailey is a 4 E20. Again, not very good. 4-17 though. He'll get to that. Now the question is about the E20. E20, and that's an 8 for a third baseman, and there is no 8. There's 11, 14, and 15, but no 8. So Bob Bailey makes the play to end the inning. But the damage done, 3 runs. They do it on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. And that's going to be it for Mr. Stoneman. His day is done, as they will pinch hit for him in the bottom of the inning. But Claude Osteen's been given a lot of runs to support himself. The Dodgers now lead it 6-3 after trailing 3-1. They've come back, stormed back, and taken a 6-3 lead. And we got to get a new pinch hitter, or a pinch hitter for the Expos, plus somebody to come in and pitch. So let's see. I had to put my computer on top of my bench guys to make room for Tabby. So let's see if I can figure out who I want to have pinch hitting. Right-handed, they only have Frias and Humphrey. And I got the wrong team. I got the Dodgers, not the Expos. Tabby causing me troubles here. Okay. So we got Frias and Humphrey. Frias hits 231. Humphrey hits 167. Stinson, switch hitter, hits 261, although he is the backup catcher. But they have 3 catchers on the roster, so it looks like it's going to be Bob Stinson that's going to pinch hit for the Expos. Now, as far as the pitching goes, who can give them some length is the question. They're going to go to Pat Jarvis. So Pat Jarvis will be the new pitcher for Montreal in the top of the 5th, and the pinch hitter will be Stinson against Mr. Osteen, who now has a 6-3 lead to work with. So it'll be Bacabella, Foley, and Stinson due up for the Expos. Bacabella grounded to third his first trip, 0 for 1. Expos had their work cut out for him, down 6-3 as Stoneman just got rocked the whole game. He didn't even get a chance to get fatigued, he just got rocked. 5-7 for Bacabella against Osteen is a fly to center. That's 1 away. Osteen's fatigue is the 7th inning, so he's nowhere near being tired. So the dot has no effect. 1 down. Here's Foley. Foley did single his first time up. 5-8, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. So handled by Russell. 2 up and 2 down, and now we're going to have Stinson, your pinch hitter. 2 outs and the base is empty. Let's see what he can do. Get a 1-8, and all these hits in column 1, and he found a pop up to second. And that's going to end the inning. 3 up and 3. First 3 up and 3 down inning of the game for either team. And at the end of 4, it is the Dodgers 6 and the Expos 3. New pitcher for the Expos is Pat Jarvis. He was 2-1 with a 3.22 ERA. No starts, no saves. 39 innings pitched in the season. And he'll be facing Bill Russell starting the top of the 5th inning. It'll be Russell, Osteen, and Lopes. 2-8. Jarvis a right-hander against Russell. 2-8's a ground ball to short, and that's one away. So Russell is out of there, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Osteen. He's grounded to short twice against Stoneman. 3-5, and this time he will ground to short again. So he's grounded to short all 3 times. 2 of them on 3-10s, this one on 3-5. So here's Lopes with 2 outs and the bases clear. And boy, Tabby's thinking about jumping up here again. She loves the way these dice move around. I think that fascinates her for some reason. 3-6 is a single for Davy Lopes, and he's looking to run. Although now Jarvis with a +1, that's going to change things. Because stay back, Tabby. Jarvis is a +1, Bacabell is a -1, so it's a 0 now. So if he gets the lead, it's a 1 to 15, so it changes. Now Tabby wants to get up here again. Tabby, you're messing things up. You're delaying the game. This was football. They throw a flag on you for delay a game. So you need to move. No, you're not going to sit here. No. She thinks she's got a new spot to sit now, which is hilarious because you're sitting around top of the board. Can't do that. Come here, you got to move. She's going to probably squawk when I move her, but that's okay. She's going to fuss and fuss. She's messing up everything, Cat. You just messed up everything. Just messed up everything. I'm going to kick you out of here. You just messed up everything. I mean everything. Went flying everywhere. I got cards everywhere. I got all kinds of stuff everywhere. You just rolled over Bill Buckner in my... Just crunched Bill Buckner. I just rolled over it with my chair. Didn't even know he was down there. Just crushed him. So Tabby, you are just a menace right now. To put it mildly, you are a menace. So I might have to kick her out. I don't know. We'll wait and see. I might have to do that. This is not making me very happy right now. Now I got to get everything back in order where I want to be. I don't even remember what I was doing. I think Lopes got on base with a single. Yeah, he got on base with a single, so we're checking the jump. That's what was going on. That's what was going on as far as I'm aware. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think that's what's going on. You gotta move. Okay. So let's try to get everything back in place and see if I think we need to lower everything or move everything because I had to move the field. You moved the field on me, so now we got to put it down here where people can see, and now it looks like it's crooked for some reason. So if I can fix this or not, might have made it worse. I did make it worse. Let's try it this way. Sorry about that, folks. Tabby had a mind of her own. I just felt like doing that. Let's put this back up and try to get everything in play as best I can. I think that's the best I'm going to be able to do with it. All right, so Lopes is trying to get the jump or get the lead. He needs a 2 through 6 or a 12. He does not get it, so he will not go anywhere. The +5 is no longer in play. So with 2 outs, he will stay in pat, and a very injured Bill Buckner will hobble out there. I got the worse for wear there, where I rolled over with the wheel of my chair. So Buckner is not exactly feeling too good right now. Jarvis 5-9 against a left-hander. It's a ground ball shortstop X, and with Lopes being held on, shortstop is responsible. So we will add 1 to his range, making Foley from a 2 to a 3. So he is now a 3 E38 instead of a 238. Won't matter. 15's going to get there anyway, so he'll get to it. That's a 9. He's an E38 shortstop. There's no 9. There's 13, 14, and 16. So good play there to end the inning. And after the game is over, the trainers will take care of Buckner, and we'll press him in between the rest of the team and see if that can't straighten him out a little bit. So nice play by Foley to end the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. And finally a 0 is on the board for the Dodgers. First inning with no runs. 6-3 game. And Claude Osteen back out. And due up for the Expos, it'll be the top of the order, Ron Hunt. Hunt hit by a pitch and has walked. .47 for Osteen against Hunt is a 1-17 single, so that will be a good single for Ron Hunt. He will get aboard. He's a good base runner, not wonderful, but he's good enough to be held, but it certainly won't go anywhere. So Ron Woods is your batter, as the base hit for Hunt puts him on. So with the right-hander up, that means Lopes is responsible for holding the runner, as well as Buckner. Osteen now 5-7 to Woods. That is a fly to center, one away. And that'll bring up Clyde Mayshore, left fielder. Mayshore has singled and struck out. Nothing on to have it. 1-8 against a left-hander from Mayshore is a ground ball pitcher B, so Mayshore is now the new runner. It's going to be a 1-4 fielder's choice. But it does bring up, Mayshore could try to get the jump, but you don't want to move in front of Breeden. He hit the 3-run homer his first time up. They're going to give him a chance. You don't want to take the bat out of his hands, so they're going to leave him there. He will be held, though. So here's Osteen to Breeden. 5-6. Doesn't matter. It's a ground ball to third to end the inning, as Say goes a short way to Lopes for the fielder's choice. And it is over. No runs a hit, no errors, and a man left. We played 5 from Park Jerry, and it's still 6-3 in favor of the Dodgers. Pat Jarvis has a fatigue inning of 2, a number of 2, I should say, so he's good to go. He only gave up 1 hit. He only faced 4 batters to give up 1 hit, so he's still good to go. And he's going to be facing Willie Davis. 4-6, and that's a 1-4 single, but that's a 12, so it'll be a line out to the first baseman, and Breeden will snag it with 1 away. Here's Ferguson. He is feast or famine. He struck out twice, and he is homered. 3-6 for Ferguson, and that's a walk, so that's something different. Ferguson definitely will not be held. Slow running catcher. He is not going to be held. And Willie Crawford is your batter. Crawford the batter. Nothing on to have it. Jarvis 1-9 to Crawford is a strikeout. So Jarvis gets the K. 2 down for Ron Say the Penguin. Nothing on the habit. Jarvis to Say 5-8. That's a line out to third. Bailey snags it, and that's going to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 6-3. That might be all for Jarvis if they get to a spot in the order. Right now he's going to bat 5th this inning, so if the Expos get a couple base runners, they will pinch hit for Jarvis. Bob Bailey will lead it off. Bailey has grounded to short and walked. Osteen 3-3 to Bailey. That is a single. Leadoff single for Bob Bailey. Down 6-3, you're not going to try anything. They won't even hold him. And Ken Singleton is your batter. Nothing on the havoc. Osteen to Singleton. 3-6 for Singleton is a straight-up strikeout. So 1 away. Straight-up strikeout, and that's 1 down. And that's going to send up. And I forgot to check the focus when Tabby got all carried away, so let me see if I can fix that somehow and make it a little bit better. All right, Bacabella is your batter. Nothing happening there. Osteen to Bacabella. 3-3, and that's a ground ball first base B, so it's a fielder's choice. 3-6 as Buckner throws to Russell for the force. Bacabella, the new runner, he of course will not be held. And Tim Foley is your batter. If he reaches, they will pinch hit for Jarvis. Nothing going on there. Osteen, 3-7. That's a ground ball to third, so no worries there. That's going to end the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. We played 6 from Park Cherry, and the score is 6-3 in favor of the Dodgers. So Jarvis is going to pitch one more inning, and then he'll be pinch hit for after that. But since we are through 6 innings, I will go ahead and show the messy score sheet again, just to kind of recap what has happened over the last 3 innings. And mainly everything that's happened has been in the 4th inning for the Dodgers. Osteen grounded to short to lead off the inning. Lopes walked and then stole second, and then Buckner singled him home. Willie Davis doubled Buckner to third. Ferguson struck out. Willie Crawford walked to load the bases, and then Ron Say, his 2-run single, drove home Buckner and Davis for the 3 runs there. Everything else is pretty much nondescript with nothing happening. So there's your mid-game recap after 6 innings. All right, top of the 7th. And it'll be Von Joshua. Well, Joshua, Russell, and they're still at Osteen go. He's fatigued. It starts the 7th inning, but he's still doing well. So he's going to pitch to Lillian pitch. 4-8 for Joshua against Jarvis. 1-11 is a double. That's a 15, but it's still going to be a single. So Von Joshua, a leadoff single, and they're not going to take the foot off the gas. They're going to see about getting that lead. Needs a 2 through 5 or a 12. To 4, he gets the lead, so that's a 19 minus 2 for being held. It's a 17, and then the pitcher catcher is a 0, so it's a 1-17 to steal it. That's a 20. Throw him out. How about that? Wow. Evil D20. They throw out Von Joshua. Caught stealing. Ron Hunt put on the tag. 1 away for Bill Russell. 1-12 for Russell, and he fouls out to the catcher Bacabella. That is out number 2. And we got the pitcher Osteen. He's going to bat for himself, of course, with a 6-3 lead. He is grounded to short all 3 times. That's a 2-6. This time he just strikes out to make things easier to end the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, but nobody left thanks to the caught stealing. And we go to the 7th inning stretch with a score. The Dodgers 6 and the Expos 5. This is Osteen's fatigue inning coming up. I don't know if you really need a 7th inning stretch because I already had a couple interruptions from Tabby where I had to get up and stretch. But for those who care to do that, and play a ukulele or sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game or whatever the case may be, you are more than welcome to do that. But we shall see. Alright, we are ready to go. Hopefully everybody is stretched if they wanted to. Like I said, I really didn't need to because Tabby had me stretching all over the place, doing everything else. So we need a pinch hitter for Pat Jarvis. His day is now done. He pitched pretty well. He pitched 3 innings to Jarvis. Stoneman went 4, and Jarvis went 3. So let's see what Jarvis gave up. He only gave up 2 hits and no runs. So how about that? Stoneman, unfortunately for him, gave up 6 runs in just 4 innings, all of which were earned. And he gave up 2, 4, 5, 8. Looks like 8 hits. 8 hits and 6 runs all earned, so that's pretty bad. So pinch hitting time for the Expos. Let's see who they want to go to now. The only righty on the bench, again, is Frias or Humphrey, but they're both really poor hitters. So we wonder if they might just defy the odds and go in a different direction. We shall see. Although you think playing the percentages, you would go that way, but
The lefties they have hit well, but not against lefties. That's the reason why they're on the bench, I guess. They're going to go and play the percentages and go with Pepe Frias. Not a very good hitter, but they're playing the percentages. So they are going with Frias as a pinch hitter to lead off the innings. Probably a good guy to lead off with, a little bit of speed. Not really that much speed, though. He thought he had more speed than that, but he doesn't. Stole one base, got caught 3 times, so maybe he doesn't have that much speed. He sounded like he had speed. And Frias, your pinch hitter against Osteen. And this is Osteen's fatigue inning. 5-8 against a right-hander is a ground ball to short, so it didn't really matter who you had. 5-8 would have been out either way, so it didn't matter who was pinching you there. So actually, it might be better that that we didn't waste a really good pinch hitter. We can save the better pinch hitters for later in the game. Possibly if the Dodgers bring a righty into the bullpen. So Frias is out, and that's going to bring up Ron Hunt. 1-7 for Hunt is a single. So that's the first ding against Claude Osteen as far as fatigue goes. Hunt will not be held. Down by 3, they don't think Hunt's going to try anything. So Ron Woods is your batter. He's 0 for 3. Nothing going on there. 5-5 against a right-hander is a ground ball shortstop A. It's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. First double play of the game turned by either team, and the Dodgers turn it on the Expos. No runs, a hit, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the 8th. Still 6-3 in favor of the Dodgers. And now the Montreal Expos will need a new pitcher. Osteen can keep going. He's doing well, so we're going to keep him in there. Coming in to pitch for the Expos, we got a couple of different options they can go with. We're almost at mop-up time, but let's see. Coming up for the Dodgers, it's going to be top of the order. Lopes, Buckner, and Davis. A couple of lefties will be in there, so they might go to a lefty. They're going to a lefty, Joe Gilbert. Joe Gilbert, a left-hander. 1-2 with a 4.97 ERA and 1 save. 29 innings pitched on the season. So the left-hander Gilbert is on, and he will pitch to Lopes, Buckner, and Davis. Start the top of the 8th in a 6-3 ball game. Gilbert, we gotta have Lopes up here. That would help. 3-4 against the left-hander is a fly to left field. So Lopes flies out to the left fielder. That being Mayshore. 4-1 out. And now the bruised Bill Buckner is back. Gilbert, 3-6 for Buckner. Ground ball to the back to Gilbert for out number 2. 2 down for Willie Davis. Not going to take Davis out. He's a great center fielder. Don't want to lose his defense. 4-8 is a strikeout to end the inning. So Gilbert 1-2-3 here in the 8th. Maybe too little too late. Go to the bottom of the 8th. And for the Dodgers, they would still stick with Osteen. Gilbert might pitch the 9th the way he's going. Clyde Mayshore will lead things off. He'll be followed by Reedon and Bailey. So it's the heart of the order. If the Expos going to do anything, this is the inning to do it. 2-11 against a left-hander is a ground ball to short. That's not a good start. As he grounds to Russell. 1 away for Hal Breeden. His 3-run homer in the first has been responsible for all the Expo runs. They've been dry since then. 3-7 is a walk. So they walk Breeden. He, of course, will not be held. And Bob Bailey, the batter. And now with a little bit of chink maybe in the armor of Osteen, they do have right-handed pitching Charlie Huff loosing in the pen, as it would be a save situation. So Osteen to Bailey coming up. 410 against a right-hander. That's a ballpark single check. First ballpark check we've had. Ballpark singles are 1 to 12 for both. That's a 10. It's a single. That's going to put 2 on with 1 out. And now Osteen, one batter or 1 hit away or 1 walk away from being fatigued. Ken Singleton is the tying run. He hits better against lefties, so they will pull Osteen. His day is done. Osteen will leave. He's going to go 7 1/3 innings. And he's going to give up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. 3 runs so far, but the 2 on base are his responsibility. And now they turn it over to their closer. Well, actually, their closer was Jim Brewer, a lefty, but they're going to turn it over to Huff for now. It could always go to Brewer later. Huff, 4-2 with a 2.78 ERA and 5 saves in 71 innings pitched. But Singleton on his card, a little bit better against lefties. Got more power against lefties, so they're going to go with Charlie Huff. Try to get out of the inning. 1 out and 1 on. Or 1 out and 2 on, rather. So tying run is at the plate. Huff to Singleton. Infield looking to turn 2 again. 111 for Singleton, and they will do it right on cue. Ground ball pitcher A. It's a 1-4-3 double play. Had we left the lefty in, that would have been a split chance, and well, actually it would have been a line out to short because of the 19. But this way you get 2 outs if you're the Dodgers, and you end the inning. So Charlie Huff did exactly what they wanted him to do. Induce the double play. 1-4-3 second consecutive inning that the Expos have hit into a double play to kill the rally. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the 9th. Still 6-3. And they may let Huff try to get the save. We'll see. If not, they do have Brewer they can bring in if Huff gets in trouble. Meanwhile, the Expos will still stick with Gilbert as he pitched a 1-2-3 8th inning. All right, so Ferguson will lead off the top of the 9th, still 6-3. It's been that way since the 4th inning. The last 4 innings have been goose eggs. So Gilbert, Ferguson, 3-4, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. Foley is there. 1 away. Brings up Crawford for a lefty on lefty matchup. 6-9 against a left-hander is a fly to left. That's 2 down. So Gilbert, 5 up, 5 down that he's faced. And here's the Penguin, Ron Say. Got to avoid Penguin's left-handed column. He's got some home runs over there. 5-5. He does just that and strikes him out. He's not tired by any means, so he struck him out. So Gilbert's going to go 2 innings and give up nothing and strike out 2. So he can't do any better than what he just did. He's kept his team as close as he can. But now we go to the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for the Expos. Due up for the Expos, it'll be Bacabella, Foley, and the pitcher spot scheduled. Of course, now that a righty is in the game, you got the left-handed pinch hitters waiting in the wings, such as Ron Fairley, Mike Jorgensen and company. So we shall see. I had a little hiccup there. My computer blacked out on me for some reason. I don't know why it did that. It just did. Don't know why. Yes, Dodgers did win the game historically 6-3. You are absolutely correct. But there's still a bottom of the 9th to go, so the Expos could score some runs. They have some lefties to pinch hit with. They have Boots Day, who's a 275 hitter. Ron Fairley's a 298 hitter. Jorgensen's only 230, so he's probably the last resort. But 2 good pinch hitters with Boots Day and Ron Fairley, so we could be seeing some pinch hitting action very shortly. And we will for Bacabella. Well, they can't. Yeah, they can pinch hit for Bacabella because Humphrey could come in and catch if need to. So Boots Day is going to pinch hit for Bacabella. Boots Day, and then Foley's going to hit, and then Fairley's going to hit for the pitcher spot. So Boots Day is going to pinch hit for Bacabella, and then in the 9 spot, Fairley will pinch hit for Gilbert. If it goes extra innings, Humphrey can catch. So Boots Day, and Jim Brewer is loosening in the bullpen for the Dodgers. All right, yeah, we got much better weather than they had in the real game, RJL.
Let's see if this thing still looks like it's a little bit out of focus. So let me try one more time. Probably just made it worse.
There we go. That's the best I can do. All right, so that's what we're going to go with. So it'll be Day, Foley, and Fairley due up for the Expos against Charlie Huff. Jim Brewer is loosening in the pen if needed, but Huff is going for the save here in the bottom of the 9th. Will there be any Strat-O-Matic 9th inning magic, or will the score be exactly what the real life score was? 1-6 for Boots Day. He's going to pop it to short, and there's one away. So Boots ended up being a heel on that one. One down for Tim Foley. Up to Foley. 6-2 is a split chance. 1-17 is a single, but that's an 18 kind of day it's been for the Expos. It's a line out to Russell for out number 2. Boy, you think you get a break there and you don't. So it's all down to Ron Fairley. He is the last chance for the Expos. On the season, Fairley hit .298 with 17 home runs. You'd rather have him up with people on base, but you're not going to leave him on the bench and not use him either. So Ron Fairley, last chance against Huff. 5-7 against the lefty, and he walks him. So Ron Fairley draws a 2-out walk to keep the inning going, and that'll bring up Ron Hunt. He will not be held, obviously. Will Fairley, he will not be held. Jorgensen and Humphrey are the only 2 left on the bench. Humphrey would have to catch if it goes extra innings, but they could use Jorgensen. But we're at the top of the order, so I think they're just going to stick with what they have. Stick with who brung them, as they say. So 2-out walk, pinch hit walk by Fairley, puts a runner on. Which brings the Havoc roll back, but nothing happening. Huff to Hunt. That's a 2-9, and that's a ground ball to second, and Lopes will throw it to Buckner at first to end the ball game. And that's going to do it. Dodgers will win it. Same scores in real life, 6-3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left for the Expos to end the ball game. Charlie Huff gets the save. Osteen gets the win. And Stoneman takes the loss. Let me get the totals. We'll see how the totals do as far as hits and errors and that sort of thing as well. But the Dodgers did win the game in real world 6-3. Let's see how many hits the Dodgers were able to take care of. We have 2, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. Going for 10 hits. Don't know if they had any errors. I don't see any errors on the Dodgers, so no errors. Left on base, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. And for 9 left on. All right, the Expos, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 hits. I know they had at least 1 error, if not 2. There was a throwing error on the catcher, Bacabella, on the stolen base attempt. I think that's the only error, though. And left on base, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Pretty doggone close to the real score, to the real line score. Real line score in the actual game: 6 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error for the Dodgers. 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Expos. Here you have 6-10-0 and 3-7-1. Montreal right on the money, 3-7-1. Expos 6-8, or Dodgers 6-8-1 versus 6-10-0. Player of the game, you could give it to Osteen, but I'd rather give it to somebody that provided a lot of offense for the Dodgers. And let's It's a plethora of guys you could turn to. But I think for sentimental reasons and because he gutted it out, and for sentimental reasons as well, we're going with Billy Buckner. He withstood being run over and everything else with the wheel of my chair, and he also went 3 for 5, double, 2 singles, 2 runs scored, and a run batted in. So he provided a lot of the offense for the Dodgers, and really, kind of sparked them along. So I'm going to give the player of the game to Bill Buckner, as the Dodgers win it 6-3 here north of the border. Next week, we will go to Minnesota, and we will be watching the California Angels take on the Minnesota Twins. That will be next week, and I'll have American League updated standings at that point as well. So both of those will take place. And starting pitchers for that game is Bill Singer for the Angels and Jim Cott for the Twins. Next inside pitch, 1967 game, will be the Yankees and the Red Sox from Fenway to finish out the September 8th schedule. That will be probably a recording that will go up tomorrow, most likely, if I keep my schedule the way I hope to. So, yeah, feline delay really took its toll there on Buckner. I think Tabby's going to have to send him a get well card or something, because he definitely took the brunt of everything. But he's a trooper. He's going to hang in there. So there you go. Final score once again. Let me turn it down this way. Final score once again 6-3. And let's see something else real quick. Let's see if we can pull something off here. Oops. I lost my microphone for a second. Hold on. Let me get that back in place. There we go. There's Tabby sitting right here. There you are, with all my Strat-O-Matic stuff down there and everything else. That's the little perch she likes to sit on right there. And you can see how close it is to the table, which is why she was able to climb up here and get on my, my stuff here. So anyway, that's going to do it from here. Final score once again, Dodgers 6, Expos 3, just as in real world. So until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it. And until next time, so long from Park Jarry.